Who's watching sa live, please join us kasi again, this is another mapanakit na topic for tonight. And sana make this session more engaging. Hindi lang sa kahit sana makapag-open tayo ng camera. Pero before that, sabi ko, before ko siya pakilala, do you know na nung araw pa, hindi pa tayo magkakakilala, baka hindi nyo pa alam. Teka lang, i-share ako na screen. Do you know? Teka lang, saan na siya? Saan na yung ano ko? Wait, ang guys, yan, nag-ataranta na ako. Saan na siya? Do you know? Taba ko pa dito. 2 years ago, si Chris ang nag-interview sa akin. Tama ba, sis? Baliktad.
Okay. So,
May braces pa ako.
yeah.
So, ayan. So, ganun ang ikutan ng freelancer. So, 2 years ago, siya pa yung nag-interview sa akin.
Like, ako,
Yan. So, this time, ayan, hanapin nyo lang.
mom, if I'm a freelance,
Pag ni-research nyo yan sa YouTube, actually yan ang lalabas sa isa sa. Pag tinype nyo yung Marla Bonete, lalabas tong video na to 2 years ago. Meron din siyang parang podcast type. Tama ba, sis? Tatandaan mo pa ba yan?
oo naman. Yan yung
Yan.
time na na iba pa yung line of coaching.
Yan. So, kaya ko shinare kasi ganun lang naman yung freelancing eh, 'di ba? Hindi mo lang alam na somehow magkakadaupang palad ulit kayo. So, ano lang 'yan, wala lang bitawan. Kaya importante yung may community kasi 3 years pa din ang aabutin. Kayo din naman makikita sa finals. Tama ba? Again, let's go for sa ating actual topic. So for tonight, our topic is productivity myths that sabotage freelancer. So just to give an idea who is our guest speaker for tonight, it's Chris, a certified epigenetics coach since 2021. Gusto ko yun, epigenetics coach since 2021. She's helping freelancers and entrepreneurs optimize their body to 10 times their productivity and energy through lifestyle and habits redesigned in her HBP coaching. So yeah, so without further ado, let's call Chris.
Hello, good evening. Ayan. So, sige, i-share ko lang yung yung screen ko through my other account. Buti nga pinaano ako ni Zoom eh. Parang nag-duplicate yung ko. Ayan. So, makikita nyo na minsan nakatingin ako dito or minsan naka-straight sa inyo. But, anyway, good evening everyone and thank you so much for inviting me, 'di ba? Doon sa may mga before I start, doon sa may mga camera, I would really hope to kasi kaya ako nagdalawang screen kasi gusto ko talaga may nakikita akong buhay na tao sa harap ko. So, kung may camera kayo, paki-open because my energy is highly dependent on the visual feedback that I see. So, malapit lang dito yung yung higaan ko. Kapag inantok ako, tutulugan ko lang kayo. Okay? So, speaking of yeah, productivity. So, sige, I'll start and ano ba yung yun, ipo-pull out lang ako saglit. Ayan. Totoo naman yung wording ni yan na ni Coach Yan na nananampal ako. Pero hopefully it's really a good sample kasi most of the time we just really need um reminders, 'di ba? Na oy, okay, available para sa akin 'to. I'm just taking it for granted. So like tonight, I hope it will really change more on tayo tonight, more on changing the perception of things because again, we're busting productivity myths that sabotage freelancers. Ayan. So let me start then. Okay? So what if everything you have believed about productivity was actually making you less productive? That's a good question for you to ask yourself. Though, kailangan natin ng mas specific, di ba? Before natin sabihin, ano yung binibilib ko dun sa productivity that is actually making me less productive? Because today, we're busting 3 dangerous myths that are keeping freelancers exhausted, guilty, and stuck in their business. O, di ba? So, before ako mag-start sa first ko na slide, can I ask you, sino dito yung mga bago sa freelancing? So gusto ko lang makita. Pwede niyong just give me a heart reaction para alam ko, or actually you can like chat it sa ano sa chat. And also if you have if you have questions, you can like jot it down and then I'll answer it later after ng presentation ko, because mas maganda magdire-diretso. Basta ang importante i-jot down niyo muna yung question niyo para hindi niyo makalimutan. Okay? So kasi kapag pag nag-pause ako in the middle of my presentation to answer questions, baka mawala yung yung train of thoughts. May pa-train of thoughts. Okay. All right. Sige. Let me then start. So parang konti lang yung nakita ko, or it's because konti lang yung nakikita ko sa screen right now na na mga attendees. But anyway, yes, meron naman tayong mga bago na freelancers dito. But most of these meets kasi, basically nararanasan nito ng mostly nasa mga siguro mga 3 months na nagpe-freelancing until malapit na sila sa like sa success stage. So okay, this is really for you. And even if you're a new freelancer, talaga naman makaka-benefit ka dito. All right. So, by the way, who am I? Ulitin ko lang. Okay. So, I am Chris. Actually, that's my brand name, Chris Thanks. I'm an epigenetics coach. So, kung ano yung epigenetics, it's very simple. If you know about genetics, it's really about genes, right? This is the study of genes. Epigenetics is actually the study of the things outside the genes. So, really everything that is not about your genes na nakaka-apekto sa buhay mo, that's what epigenetics is. Wag mo na intindihin yung HBP type 1. You will later on know kung ano yan. I'm also a breadwinner mom of 2 toddlers, and I have coached over 400 unique individuals in the past 2 years, something like that. Well, actually 2 years na yan, hindi na lang year. Through workshops, masterclasses, and my private coaching. And I'm also the founder of the closed group or private group HBP community. So makikita nyo konti na yung tao dun. It's because that's intentional. Okay, so let's go with myth number 1. Ba't pa natin patatagalin, di ba? So, myth number 1 is more work hours equals more productivity. So, I want to know, I'm trying to make this interactive, all right? So, I want to know, sino sa inyo ang who used to believe in this, na more work hours equals more productivity? It's either you used to believe or you're still believing this. I want to know. Don't worry, hindi ko kayo pagagalitan na naniniwala kayo dito, because most of us are really, we were raised to believe this one. And napaka-prevalent dito sa society natin na, especially because we came from the corporate, corporate na setting. And in the corporate world, diba, when you work more hours for the company, it sounds like you are more productive. Diba? So, this one is, I think, one of the hardest beliefs that we are holding on to, only because ito yung nakasanayan natin. So, nung hindi pa uso yung freelancing, which is probably a decade or 2 ago, yung mga nag-raise sa atin ng mga tao, di ba? They also believe that more work hours equals more productivity. And, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you are believing this thing. So, and I know again, coming from the corporate world, because our paycheck used to be tied to our hours that we have worked, di ba? So, if you will not work more hours, then konti yung sweldo mo. So, that actually cemented the belief that the more you work, the more number of hours you work, the more productive you are, the more valuable you are in your work. And also, society equates time spent with value delivered. Also, traditional work culture celebrates long hours, of course. Kaya nga, di ba, may mga pa-OT, overtime, na uso yun. And also, freelance platforms track hours, reinforcing this belief. So, di ba, sa Upwork, itatrack naman talaga yung work hours mo, yung mga agency, they will track your hours. So, kahit na nag-freelancing ka na, it still feels like you're in the corporate. It still feels like you have to prove your value by working more hours. You prove your productivity by working more hours. And then, mahirap siya mawala sa system natin. But one of the things as well that actually makes you believe this even more is that you have a fear of not doing enough compared to other freelancers. So, dito pumapasok yung comparison and of course, the timeline of our goals. So, we all have timeline for our goals kasi, di ba? So, sino ba sige, like, di ba kapag nag-goal setting tayo, ano sinasabi natin? Ay, gusto ko in 3 years meron na akong napatayo na bahay. Gusto ko in 6 months meron na akong 6-digit na income. 6 months nga ba or minsan 3 months lang yung binibigay natin na time to ourselves. And because of the timelines that we impose on our goals, na pressure tayo to be productive. And therefore, we are in constant fear of not doing enough para ma-achieve natin yung goals na yun. And now, because we are in a community, we are connected to other freelancers. Yung mga wins na nakikita natin na pinopost nila adds up even more to the pressure that we already have been imposing on ourselves. So, I know this is not widely being talked about, but I know that is part of that's part of the things that are actually pressuring us and making us more hard on ourselves. So, pero yun nga, what will happen if you keep believing this? Okay? Kasi I don't know if it's easy for you to bust this myth, but let me try. Okay? What happens if you keep believing this? Number one is your quality of work decreases as hours increase. Alam niyo bakit? Because the more that you work, the more na pinapagod mo sarili mo. The more na napapagod ka, the more na hindi ka na productive. And I know you know that. Hindi mo lang pinapansin. Also, your energy becomes depleted and it leads to more mistakes. And I know you also know that. And then, tasks take longer due to reduced focus. So, pansinin mo, when you work like 2 hours lang na block, di ba, productive ka? Or mostly, that's the time that you're productive, 2 hours lang na block. Like, ito lang yung ano ko. And then, kapag in-stretch mo pa yan to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, actually, mapapansin mo, naglalag na yung utak mo. Alam ko yan. Because I've been mentoring freelancers. And, of course, because of that, your personal life suffers unnecessarily. Diba? The more hours that you work, the more na wala kang time sa mga anak mo. The more na wala kang time sa partner mo. The more na wala kang time for your hobbies. The more na wala kang time to travel. The more na wala kang time sa kung ano-ano na gusto mong gawin na actually importante sa wellness mo. You don't even have time to exercise. Ay, sorry. Masakit ba yun? Masakit talaga yun. Di ba? Because the thing is, pagpasok mo ng freelancing, akala mo madali. Pagpasok mo ng freelancing, akala mo kasi hawak mo yung time mo is magagawa mo na lahat ng gusto mo. And the reality, expectations versus reality hits, which is, nung pumasok ka sa freelancing, actually, mas lalo kang nag-work ng mas maraming oras. Mas lalo kang nawala ng time sa sarili mo. Mas lalo kang nawala ng time sa mga bagay na actually sparks joy in you. Okay? And so, because of that, health issues come and arise from overworking. Diba? So, actually, what you're just doing when you are working more hours is you are overworking. Yun yung ginagawa mo. You're not actually being productive. You are not. And I'm saying that for a reason. I'll show you ano yung ibig kong sabihin. Because the truth is, our mind can only work productively. I'm saying productively, okay? Meaning efficiently and effectively. Your mind will still work, pero is it efficient and effective? Yun yung tanong dun eh. So, our mind can only work productively at an average of 3 to 4 hours per day. And that is scientific. You will know kapag nakapasok ka dun sa 5-day productivity challenge ko because nandun lahat ng scientific backings na binigay ko. Okay? So, 3 hours in flow beats 8 hours in fatigue. And I know nobody wants to work 8 hours. Nobody. except sa ibang HBP types. Okay, I have this term HBP types. They are actually hormone-based personality types, and you will know more about it later. So, merong certain HBP types. There are 6, okay? There are 6 HBP types, and there are 2 of them who are workaholic. And they're workaholic because their brains are actually hyperactive. And I am one of them. So, ako, it doesn't matter to me kung mag-work ako ng 8 hours as long as I am working those 8 hours in my own timing, in my own with my own set of rules. Hindi yung parang I'm trying to parang tinatry ko na sumunod sa rules ng iba. Okay? Because that is not enjoyable. Okay? So productivity is about energy management actually, not time management. Your body has natural high performance windows, which is yung sinasabi ko na 3 to 4 hours. By the way, yung 3 to 4 hours na yon, hindi yun kalat. May sariling time block talaga sila. Like, may tinatawag kaming chronobiology, I will show you later. And the quality of work hours matters more than the quantity. Kasi at the end of the day, this is something na hindi mo pa siguro na napapansin. Did you notice that at the end of the day, kahit pa naka-check ka ng 100 tasks, if you did not accomplish one meaningful task during that day, you still don't feel productive. I know that as a mom. Kasi let's say, ang dami ko na-accomplish today. Like, let's say, usually yung na-accomplish ko lang is nasa 3 big tasks, tapos, let's say, 5 small tasks in a day. Yun yung normal ko. Let's say I've accomplished more today. Let's say naka-check off ako ng 5 na big tasks tapos 10 na small tasks. Tapos at the end of the day, I will mag-evaluate ako. Do I feel productive? And then, ang feeling ko is hindi ako productive. Alam mo bakit? Because I did not spend quality time with my kids. Because the only meaningful work for me every day as a mom is actually spending meaningful time with my kids. That's why I don't feel productive. And that's the thing that you are missing right now. Kasi akala mo yung productivity mo is nandun lang sa trabaho mo. When actually your productivity is highly connected to your humanity. Okay? Rest is also a productivity multiplier, by the way, if you are not aware. And peak performance requires strategic recovery. That's why importante that you also rest. So this is an example of one of my mentees na actually pumasok siya sa HVP coaching ko. So nung pumasok siya, yung goal niya was actually, hindi ko makita yung nakasulat. Okay, wait. Yung goal niya was to improve his business performance in his freelancing business. So yun yung goal. Tapos yung gusto niyang, parang yun yung goal niya because yung reasoning niya was, he will be able to serve more clients kapag maging okay yung performance niya, right? And kapag nakapag-serve na siya ng more clients, therefore, mag-i-improve yung finances niya. So, kumbaga, the outcome here is actually the reason behind the goal. So, yung result ng coaching namin after 6 months, kasi pumasok siya, 3 clients lang tapos sobrang stress siya ng time na yun. Paglabas niya ng coaching namin, he already had 8 clients, pero sabi niya, it doesn't feel na nagtatrabaho ako, para lang ako naglalaro. Yun yung sabi niya from his own words. He doesn't feel stressed and even feels like he's just having his playtime. And nung pumasok siya sa coaching, 5 hours a day lang yung tulog niya. Nung lumabas siya sa coaching, wherein my 8 clients na siya, actually, nakukumpleto na yung 8 hours a day niya. Napaka-ironic, di ba? Ano kaya ginawa namin? It was so simple, really. It was redefining his productivity. And nung time na lumabas siya, he already had a better relationship with his family and his GF. Kasi by the way, yung relationship niya sa GF niya, yun yung number 1 na parang nakaka-bother din sa kanya nung pumasok siya because madali daw siyang magalit. Para siyang nagiging dragon. Parang babae ba? Nagiging dragon. So, ano din namin yung root cause, no? Na address. So, nag-improve din yung mood niya. And that is what productivity really means for this type of person. For a type 5, for an HBP type 5. So, I don't know kung kilala nyo siya, pero nasa network ko siya ngayon. You can actually search for his name dun sa Facebook ko, you will see him. So another one is just to prove my point. Okay, I'm showing you to prove my point. So Silene is one of the uh, people who joined my 5-day productivity revamp challenge. So this is what she said on the day 4. Okay, sabi niya, I try to follow my natural productivity rhythm. So we have this natural productivity rhythm. This is basically your body's internal clock, which is umaga going to afternoon, and that one worked. Sabi niya, tumaas yung focus niya. And sabi niya, yes, productive. Kasi wala siyang masyadong brain fog. Ganun kalaki yung difference when you are actually working on your natural productivity rhythm. And another one is, ayan, talking about the rhythm again, yung natural rhythm ng katawan niya. Sabi niya, naging effortlessly productive siya. Walang resistance sa ginagawa niya. So, ano yung basehan nitong pinagsasabi nila? This is basically from what we are talking about in the 5-day productivity revamp challenge na you have to follow your body's natural productivity rhythm. Depende sa kung ano yung productivity style mo. So yung productivity style, makukuha mo yun sa quiz that comes with the 5-day challenge. And si Lou, sabi niya, nung sinunod din niya yung productivity rhythm niya, tumaas yung energy level niya. And you cannot deny that when your energy level is high, you're actually productive. So yung productivity mo is actually highly dependent on your energy levels. Yun. So, let's go to myth number 2. Because, di ba, if more hours isn't the answer, surely it's about having more discipline. Tama? Yun yung isipin natin. But, yun nga yung myth number 2 na kailangan natin i-bust ulit. That productivity, kasi yung pinaniniwalaan natin is productivity and discipline always go together. Hala, hindi. Hala, akala ko kailangan ko maging disiplinado para mas productive ako. Ayun. And I know why you believe this. I know why. You know why? Because we were taught that success requires force of will, aka discipline. And I'm not telling you not to be disciplined, okay? Hear me out here because I am not telling people not to be disciplined. We are trying to redefine discipline here, okay? And another reason why we believe this is yung no pain, no gain na mindset that is already deeply ingrained in us. When in reality, you can actually gain without having the pain. Ang dami ng mentees ko na nakaranas nito. Okay? Fear that listening to your body means you are weak. So you fear na kapag nakinig ka sa katawan mo, like gusto ng katawan mo magpahinga, you feel like, baka pag sinunod ko yun, it means I am weak. And success stories emphasize discipline over everything. Di ba yung mga nakikita mo na na post, yung mga inspirational stories, I discipline myself, I discipline myself. Discipline is really a part of that. But really, we are misunderstanding or mistaking discipline from actually honoring how our body works. There is a mistake in there na kailangan, there is a fine line that we need to really define. And guilt about taking breaks or rest. So, feeling natin kapag nag-take tayo ng break or nag-rest tayo, feeling natin hindi na tayo productive. Feeling natin nag-i-slack off na tayo. Feeling natin that's laziness. And I tell you what, kasi nung nasa church ako, because I used to live in the church. 'Di ba merong Bible verse na nasa Proverbs, yung sabi niya na a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, then poverty will strike like a vagabond. So, wala, nakakatakot naman yun. So I perceive the rest as a sin because of that verse. And I was not taught properly how to actually interpret that verse. So I want you to be careful of the things that you believe in. Okay? So what happens if you keep on believing this, that productivity and discipline always go together? Number 1 is there will be a constant battle with your natural rhythms. Siyempre, kasi yun nga yun eh. The only reason why you will need to force yourself to be productive is because you are going against your natural rhythm, your natural flow ng katawan mo. And also, burnout will be mistaken as lack of discipline. Na parang, kulang ako sa discipline. Kaya ganito yung nangyayari sa akin. Kaya nabu-burnout ako. Kasi hindi ako nagta-time management, hindi ako nagganito, kaya na-burnout ako. So, lahat ng blame, nilalagay mo dun sa, ako lang ako sa time management, ako lang ako sa discipline. When in reality, you're actually just working against your body. Okay? And also, there will be a decreased creativity and problem-solving ability. Napansin mo, the longer that you are working, the longer na parang nagkaka-brain fog ka, yung naghahang na yung utak mo. I know you experienced that. Napaka-uso niyan sa mga freelancers. The longer that you try to be productive, the more na naglalag yung utak mo. And sustainability suffers for short-term gains. Kasi it's just a day na you're trying to be productive, pero sinasacrifice mo yung tulog mo kasi gusto mo mag-work longer hours. Kasi nga, discipline. So, when your discipline requires you to keep yourself awake longer than usual, that's not discipline actually. That is suffering. That is forcing na yourself. Iba yung discipline. Sa really forcing yourself. Okay? You become harder on yourself. That's the ultimate thing that happens when you believe that productivity and discipline always go together, is that you actually become harder on yourself because you believe na you just have to discipline yourself for you to be more productive. Ang tanong ko, effective ba? Effective ba? Because the truth is, your body and mind needs to operate in flow. They have to be in sync. They have to operate in flow, not in self-imposed timing. Because when you impose your timing, like let's say for example, bigyan ko ng example para merong concrete na visualization. Have you heard about 5 a.m. club? Yung dapat magising ako ng 5 a.m. para mag-exercise ako, and then dapat nagtatrabaho na ako ng 8 a.m. tapos ganito, tapos gano'n, 'di ba? So that is self-imposed timing. And let's be honest, a lot of us do not want to wake up at 5 a.m. Sige, sabihin mo sa akin that you love waking up at 5 a.m. I know some people love waking up at 5 a.m., but most of us do not want to wake up at 5 a.m. because we want to rest more. Our body is still trying to rejuvenate. And when you impose that, na dapat 5 a.m. gising na ako para makapagtrabaho ko ng 7 or 8, that's what, and you think of it as a discipline actually. You're thinking of it as discipline. You're not actually disciplining yourself. You are making yourself suffer. You are making your body suffer chronic stress because that's stressful to the body. Okay? Now, your body's internal timing is key to being in flow. Kasi sinabi ko kanina, di ba? Sabi ko kanina, your body and mind needs to be in flow para hindi mo kailangan disiplinahin sarili mo. Okay? So, paano ka magiging in flow? Your body's internal timing. Doon mo kukunin yun. You just have to know, anong oras ba yung 3 to 4 hours na yun na sinasabi ni coach na productive yung yung utak ko. Because iba-iba tayo eh. Merong, yung iba, yung 3 to 4 hours nila na yun nasa umaga, early morning. Yung iba is nasa mid-morning. Yung iba is nasa early afternoon. Yung iba naman nasa late afternoon. Tapos yung iba is nasa gabi, early evening. Of course, wala nang nandun sa late evening kasi pang tulog na yon. So, asan yung sayo? That's what you need to know. That's what you need to discover. Okay? So, this is an example of my mentees, yung mga mini-mentor ko. Meron kasi kaming, ito na yung body's internal timing. This is an illustration of their body's chronobiology. That's what we call it, chronobiology. So, kung mapansin mo, iba-iba sila, right? Kasi iba-iba tayo ng chronobiology. So, yan, yung color coding na yan, iba-iba ng meaning yan. Like, andito yung 3 to 4 hours na na productivity mo for you. Iba naman for you, iba for you. So kung ano yung productive hours ko, it could be very different from Yan's productive hours. It could also be different from Crystal's. So I'm showing you this to prove to you na magkakaiba tayo ng productive hours. In fact, we need more discipline now to rest enough. Yung discipline na kailangan mong gawin ngayon is not actually for you to work more, but to rest more, to rest enough. Because alam ko, a lot of us freelancers are actually lacking rest and we are lacking sleep. Kasi, because tayo na yung in charge sa time natin, we have the tendency to overwork. We have the tendency to abuse the freedom of time that we have for the sake of delivering value to the client. And I am not wrong. Kasi, alam ko yan. Marami na akong nakausap na freelancers about that. Okay? So, true productivity flows with your body's wisdom. And understanding your rhythm creates natural discipline. So actually, discipline should be natural. Discipline should not feel forced. Isa yan sa hindi tinuturo sa labas. Discipline should be natural. Like, gusto mo siyang gawin, hindi mo siya usually ginagawa, pero gusto mo siyang gawin because it feels natural to you. Not because I need to, I have to. Dapat hindi ganun. Okay? Working with your biology multiplies your results, and sustainable success requires body alignment. All right? So, examples of this one is si Arian, one of my nag-attend siya ng 5-day productivity challenge. Sabi niya, after doing the small changes, because we're doing small changes every day, sabi niya, I was able to do most of my work for a shorter time. Ganun siya ka-powerful. And you will experience this as well. So, also si Jude, sabi niya, mas na-energize siya. Diba? You can actually watch the replay of this and then basahin niyo na lang yung mga nakasulat kasi I don't want to bore you with the text. And si Mel, sabi niya, nagawa ko talaga lahat ng mga task ko today and I still have more energy. And these things are actually, update siya eh. Kung nakita niyo hashtag update siya, meaning, update na lang siya dun sa activity na ginagawa namin everyday, dun sa 5-day productivity challenge. And another one, this is from the feedback form naman. Sabi niya, yung day 4 nakatulong sa kanya to realize that it is during midday, midday that she is most productive. And what she should resolve, or that she should revolve her routine and schedule on that time para mas marami siyang ma-accomplish. Ayan. So, let's go to myth number 3. Okay? Because when we believe productivity is equal discipline, diba, we often fall into an even more dangerous trap. And this is it. Believing that if we're not exhausted, we're not doing it. Diba? So, siguro sa isip, I don't know if all of us believe this, but isa to sa mga napansin ko na pinaniniwalaan ng mga freelancers that if I am not tired, I'm not working hard enough. That you should be tired to prove yourself that you are working hard enough. Okay? And I know why you believe this. You believe this because social media glorifies hustle. Diba? And you have this fear of being seen as lazy. That's why you have to work hard. Alam ko, because even with our clients, diba, we have this tendency to please them. So, since hawak natin yung oras natin, we tend to actually overwork for them, sacrificing our time for our kids, for our family, for our friends, for our me time, for our self-care, for our hobbies. So, the tendency is talagang tired ka. So, ang labas, talagang mapagod ka. Kasi wala kang time to rejuvenate eh. Diba? And also, success stories highlight sacrifice. Ito talaga yun eh, yung sacrifice. We think that we need to sacrifice ourselves in order for us to be valuable eh. Diba? So, also competition in the freelance market creates pressure. Like, especially pag naghahanap ka ng client, diba? Feeling mo, kailangan magpakitang gilas ka talaga para makakuha ka ng client. And what happens if you keep believing this? Ano ang mangyayari pag patuloy mo to pinaniwalaan? Unnecessarily exhaustion becomes normal. Unnecessary exhaustion. So, ibig sabihin, imbes na okay lang naman sana, hindi ka, kumbaga, you are allowed to end your day without necessarily being tired. Okay? And also, creative solutions get overlooked. Kasi, mas tinitingnan natin yung hard work kaysa being creative, solving problems creatively. Kaya nga kaya nga ano yun, sino ba yung nagkwento nun na influencer, sabi niya, pag meron ako na-try i-solve na problem o i-accomplish na something, na mahirap talaga siya, I hire a lazy person because they will find the most lazy solution, the easiest solution para i-solve yun. And actually, that makes sense. Diba? And if you keep believing this one, your health issues accumulate. Kasi nga, you're always tired eh. That when you're always tired, especially, kakagising mo lang, di ba? Kakagising mo lang, pagod ka na agad. That is not a good sign. That is actually a sign that you are exhausting yourself and you are not rejuvenate. Kumbaga, hindi mo binibigyan yung katawan mo to really rejuvenate during your rest hours. Sustainable success becomes impossible when you believe in this one. Because you know what? The truth is, you can be 10 times productive without tiring yourself. And I know this is hard to believe. This is kind of hard to believe. But let me show you why it's possible. Okay? When you do not tire yourself kasi, mas mabilis kang maka-accomplish ng mga bagay-bagay, di ba? Peak performance feels effortless. Di ba? Energy alignment creates better results. Your body signals peak productivity times, and working smarter beats working harder. Kaya nga, you don't have to tire yourself because you need to work smart, not hard. And sustainable success requires energy management. Okay? Because every day, every day tired is a sign you're working against your body's productivity priority. Or what we call that is BPP. So, kapag araw-araw kang pagod, that is actually a sign you're working against your body. In general, you're working against your body. So, for example, France is also another 5-day productivity challenge attendee. So, sabi niya, since yung BPP niya, so we also have this, di ba, body's productivity priority, merong 6 din dyan. And you will discover that when you join the challenge. Sabi niya, na-realize niya, mind yung BPP niya. So, yan yung ginawa niya ng paraan. And ito yung result. Sabi niya, ang dami kong nagawa. I don't feel tired at all. No, di ba? Productively happy. So, possible pala talaga siya, no? That you will be productive without being tired. It is. And I tell you, ang daming nakaranas dito sa challenge. And this is a feedback naman from the challenge. Sabi niya, day 2 and 3 was when this person tried leaning into the socialization as the BPP. Kasi meron nga, yun nga, inire-reveal namin kung ano yung BPP mo inside the challenge. And na-realize niya na co-working makes him or her productive, really productive. And si Celine, I don't know if you know her, sabi niya, solid nitong 5-day challenge kasi hindi mo wala sa isip niya. Sabi niya, ito yung realization niya, may kanya-kanya pala tayong BPP. Kaya pala meron tayong unique skills and capabilities at strengths. Ngayon, accept ko na di ako para sa mga bagay na pinipilit ko sa sarili ko na gawin. Kasi kapag pinipilit mong gawin yung isang bagay na hindi para sa'yo, of course, it will take more effort, take more time, take more attention from you, which is exhausting. Okay? So, yun. And another one, the BPP, and this is another feedback, that the BPP, yun yung importante, yung impactful sa kanya because knowing my body's productivity priority gives me the power to plan my day without straining my body, which leads to a more productive day. Mas productive pala tayo kapag hindi tayo pagod. And not a lot of people realize that kasi hindi pa nila na-experience. Okay? So bottom line, ano ba yung bottom line dito? Your body has been implanted with wisdom to your peak productivity. Alam ng katawan mo kung paano ka magiging productive. You just really have to know how to listen to it. Okay? Because until alam mo yung natural rhythm mo at saka yung BPP mo, you're technically just assuming that you are doing the scientifically right things for your body. So there's a scientific basis of our productivity. Hindi ito ano lang. Hindi gawa-gawa lang. Talagang may scientific basis yan. And there is actually a way to get more done in fewer hours. Kaya sinasabi ko, it's possible to have 10 times productivity. There's also a way to feel energized instead of exhausted, even though you did more stuff. Kasi ako, I tell you, nung sinunod ko na yung natural rhythm ko at saka yung BPP ko, actually, I was able to do more things and still not feel exhausted at the end of the day. And there's also a way to create sustainable success without burnout. And you can start with a 5-day productivity revamp challenge. So basically, ito yung i-offer ko sa inyo. So I can help you further. Okay? Because ngayon, nag-bust lang tayo ng myths. And by day 5, if you will join the 5-day productivity revamp challenge, by day 5, you will have your personalized productivity blueprint. That's the promise. You will have that. And then, number 2, clear understanding of your peak performance times. Diba? Kailan ba yung 3 to 4 hours na yun? We will discover that. And then 3, strategies to maximize your natural energy cycles. And 4, a sustainable approach to work-life harmony or work-life balance, as you call it. So this challenge is now open at an introductory price of 2,499. And I tell you, yung intention ko talaga is to give this at 10,000 because yun yung feedback sa akin ng mga revampers ng mga nag-join ng challenge. So what you're getting inside the challenge is a productivity profile quiz to help you through your decisions and actions during the challenge. So dito mo malalaman ano yung productivity style mo. This is a quiz. Para siyang personality quiz. Yun. So dito yun malalaman. And then interactive pre-recorded videos to guide you each day through the challenge and transform your productivity. And then a 30-day access to an exclusive Facebook group where you will find all the valuable resources and get your support. And lastly, a tracker for you to keep yourself accountable through the challenge together with other revampers. Okay? So you can actually sign up through this link or you can just scan the QR code. So that ends my presentation. Anyone with question? I think meron pa, ayan.
Ayan, may
So,
ano kanina, sis yan. Questions. Sino dito nakaka-relate na parang pagod na siya? Hindi pa nasisimula araw, pagod na siya. Parang ako yun. Parang ako yun. Mapagod.
sobrang sa sobrang sa bibo.
Yan. Where can I follow you daw? Ayan, Chris. Asan yung ano mo, yung link kanina? Parang
Yan.
nasa Thrive din si Chris. Para nandiyan din
Let me
nasa
see.
FB pages.
Lalagay ko sa chat yung yung Facebook ko. So actually, if i-visit nyo yung link na yan, you will also see you will see the testimonials from the challenge
Yes.
para malaman nyo kung gusto nyong sumali.
Ayan. So, any questions? Pero meron dito si Jen kanina. Enroll ata. May papa-enroll. Ayan. With activity coaching. So, sino dito nakaka-relate sa mga sinabi ni Chris? And for those who's watching, na yung energy nga nila is hindi na ma-manage ng tama. So, parang yung mga dati na sinasabi natin na know your strength and weaknesses din. Tama ba?
Mm.
So, ayan. Question. Sino ba ito man naka-open? Any questions? Pa-type naman ng 1 if happy naman kayo sa natutunan tonight. Medyo mas maraming nanonood sa live tingin ko kanina pa. Kesa sa nakapasok. Marami-rami din. Oo, mas marami kanina. Ape,
Si
ano
Fritz lang.
daw, pasign daw po ng link. Sis, link daw ang gusto niya. Papa-attend daw
Okay.
kami. Ano.
Ayan,
Yan.
andito.
Magandang
Andito
program
yung
po ito.
link. Ayan, sa group chat.
Ayan. And for those newbies pala kanina, pinost ko lang din yung loop ng Skype kasi mostly doon kami nagsasend ng mga link din. Meron tayong Skype group ha. Ito yan, oh. Sinend na rin pala ni Chris. And for those who's watching, teka, pakit is ano natin. Ayan pala yung link. Saan ba? Is copy pa para dun sa mga nanonood sa labas. Sige, ako na lang kakato. Post ko dun sa FB Live. Ako na lang
So,
Ayan. Question, guys, or any confirmation na
wala
sinabi
kayong
niyo?
question? Dalawa lang daw yun ang meaning kapag walang question. It's either sobrang ganda ng presentation, wala na silang masabi, or
Tama.
hindi sila nakinig. Kaya walang
Okay
naitanong.
doon, 1 or 2 kayo kaya. Kaya to, popost ko dun sa pages yung link para dun sa mga nanonood. Ayan guys, sa for those who's watching, sinend ko na yung link. Ayan. Okay. Questions or any question regarding freelancing, getting clients, what else?
No, you can ask me anything. Andito ako eh.
Oo. Kasi matatagal na yan mga. Mas nauna yata sa akin si Chris sa freelancing, di ba? Kailan ka ba nag-start, Chris?
Um, 2020, October 2020.
Bago pa mag-pandemic days na yan, yung
Mm, mm.
nagkabagsagan. So, nauna na sila. So, yung mga hindi pa nakaka-start ng freelancing or work from home, so you should stick to the community kasi marami tayong series of webinar. So, ayan, may tanong si Fritz.
Go Fritz.
Yeah, baka na-miss ko lang. Live session
Mm.
ba itong 5-day, binuksan ko yung link ko? Or pre-recorded?
Recorded na siya.
Ah,
Recorded na siya kasi it was live before, pero dahil hindi na kaya yung every batch may live. So naka-pre-recorded siya, but the support is live. Like you can ask anything inside the FB group.
okay. Tapos,
Mm-mm.
within 30 days lang itong access sa
Yeah.
exclusive. Okay.
Oo, oo. That the intention of the 30 days is kasi let's say nag-sign up ka today tapos biglang may nangyari na hindi mo inaasahan tapos parang na-delay lang yung yung pag-take mo para na-delay yung pag-start mo ng 5 days. Kasi you can start the 5 days anytime eh. Like you can start it at your 25th day, di ba? So the intention of 30 days is for you to really get it done within the 30 days. Kasi masasayang yung investment mo kung hindi mo rin naman siya i-consume in 30 days.
Okay, noted. Tapos, sorry para for sure maraming magtatanong nito. The 5-day program, dapat within 5 days mo rin siya, hindi mo siya dapat tapusin in a day. Tama ba ako?
Ano? Oo. For 5 days siya. Tsaka hindi mo, kahit i-try mo siyang tapusin in one day, hindi kaya. Kasi
Okay.
may kanya-kanyang, may kanya-kanyang activity. Like, as in activity for you to do, every day, na hindi mo pwedeng i-compress yung 5 days na yon. And
Okay.
don't worry about the activities. It's really easy and it's like easy. In 5 minutes, tapos na yung activity.
The video, how long is the video?
How long
Yung,
yung?
yung mga videos po.
Yung mga videos,
Ah,
ranging from 40 minutes to 1 hour. Only because it's really educational and
okay.
madadala mo yan forever. Like forever. I'm not joking when I say that.
Noted, ma'am. Noted.
Yeah.
Okay po, yun lang po. Salamat.
Thank you, thank you. That was a really good those are great questions.
Ay, itong itong 2-4, to? 2-4. Until when ito? Until tonight lang?
Um, Hindi. Until pa to eh? Until end of November.
Until
Yung
next year?
2499.
Ay, joke
Hindi.
lang. Joke
Ano
lang,
nga
joke
yun?
lang.
November 16? Yeah. Until November 30, yung 2499.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ayan. So, maganda yung question ni Fritz. So, any question, guys? So, ayan. Sana makatulong yung session sa inyo para ma-maximize niyo yung kanyang energy. Yan. And let's
Mhm.
have a picture. And then we have few announcement. Again, i-up ko na. Coming na po ang ating real estate bookkeeping. I-share ko na lang tong website. Bababarang ko konti. Pero start to, I think, soon na. Ito na yung link. Yung form na lang inaayos. But, ayan na yung coming din. So si Chris meron din siyang session dito sa Accounting Peoples. Kailan ba yung last session ng RE? I think last June. So December po siya. So ayan, with Coach Ira, and then we have 130 students na din, batch 2 na po. So sa nag-aantay yan. And then I think by January po ang property management, and yung marami nagtatanong sa AU when I do the polling questions. I think first honor si AU, Australian Bookkeeping, pero by next year na po, siguro most probably Feb or March, depende sa ating availability ng coaches. But yan po muna ating schedule for December. And I ran already a short course na lang kasi we don't have, nabanggit ko na rin to sa message because fully loaded po ako because I have a client na need ko na raw mag full time. So dati part time, but hindi na kaya ma-support din. Kagaya ni Chris kasi sobrang loaded na yung schedule, hindi na makapag-live. So if you notice this week, this November, 2 live na lang, and December, ano na lang, weekly na lang, tas Sabado pa natin gagawin, wala ng Thursday, and yung tambayan na wala kasi nga we have to support yung client ko ngayon na nanghihingi ng tulong din sa e-commerce. But then again, tuloy-tuloy lang po ang community for free webinar. Ang dami po nating offer. Then ako, sabi ko kasi nag-launch na rin ako ng agency course, which is ilan na rin po dito nandito na. So if you, but yung agency course, hindi yun para sa lahat kasi marami nagtatanong. I encourage, hindi siya pang newbies. Medyo madugo yun, tsaka mas mahirap, kumbaga sa ano na siya. Para ka na nag-MBA at doctorate doon. Okay ba? Pero pag mahina ang loob nyo, wag muna kayong sumabak doon kasi ano, madugo talaga. So, yan. And then, Chris, picture tayo. Then, madami nagtatanong. Sasabi ko, daan ka muna ng phase 1 and 2 ng coaching. Picture, guys, sa mga nandyan.
Yan.
Okay. Iba daw, ayan. Mas gusto nyo ba Saturday o Thursday? Parang pansin namin pag Saturday, konti, baka nanonood. Hello, Labag eh. Nanonood sila, kaya wala sila. Ang daya nyo. Hindi pa ako nakakanood eh. Wala pa akong makasama. Busy pa eh. Yan. Sino nanood na dyan? Huwag nyo kayong spoiler ah. Ay, nagbilang na ba ako? Ulit-ulit. Ayan. Ayan, thank you so much, Chris. And again, for those newbies, let me know kung anong, I think ang next na free webinar ko siguro yung pang newbies lang muna. I think konti lang for tomorrow, dun sa mga nagtatanong kung paano kickstart yung freelancing career, yung basic step. Kasi yun talaga, di ba, ang problem sa newbies. Medyo lost kung saan magsisimula. Pero based on our experience, ang talagang kailangan nyo talagang i-master yung closing clients. Skills-wise, nandiyan na yan, pero yung communication, getting clients, kasi yan yung darating sa point na client come and go. Even me, sabi ko naman sa inyo, kami, apektado talaga, agency ka man, freelancing, client come and go. So if you will not build the foundation of getting clients, how to bounce back and being resilient kapag nawalan. Lalo na ngayon, December. So, di ba, expected nyo meron, tapos biglang mawawala si client. Nangyari na sa akin yan mga 2 years ago, December 5, tinanggalan yung premium client ko. Mga 5 minutes yata akong tulala. Kasi paano na to? Di ba? So, ganon. So, dapat mabilis kayong, kung na-build nyo yung foundation of getting clients, you can go wrong on your journey sa freelancing. And again, kapit sa mga support, yan, marami tayong coaches. Sina Chris, ang daming coaches, kilala nila mga sila Nats, nandiyan na, nag-guest na sila JC, sino pa ba? Siguro naman kasi nakita mo yung mga nag-guest na sa ating mga mga previous speaker. Naka-line up naman yan. Pinagmamasdan ko lang yung mga coaches pero kala nila hindi ko sila nakikita. Pero naka-watch lang ako silently sa kanila and eventually i-guest natin sa community. Okay, any questions? So we can wrap up. Again, bukas meron akong short lang para do sa mga want start freelancing around 5 p.m. nga lang, sobrang aga. Kung gusto niyo lang mag-join, ipopost ko na yung link sa labas. Okay ba sa inyo yun? Ayan. So, para guided kayo. Again, up na po ang RE. Uulitin ko lang para sa mga nanonood. Ayan, real estate up na po siya. And then yung kay Chris, join kayo sa kanyang challenge. Maganda yan. Yan. Marami nanonood sa labas. 16 million. O, ayan. Nanood ba kayo yung kay Chris? Baka andyan yung link. Ayan, popost ko ulit yung link ng ng kanyang session. Ayan, pinost ko na. And then RE coming soon, I think December 21, if I'm not mistaken. Then property management January, yung AU by next year, by probably Feb or March. Yan. So sa nag-aantay kasi dami po talagang hiring for sa ating ganyan. Okay? Any questions? Ayan. So mga nagtatanong, yung mga nag-PM sa akin sa agency course, hindi yun para sa mahihina ang loob ah. Sinabi ko
Pang
talaga.
ano na yun eh, pang upscaling na yun.
Oo. Sige na nga, pasadaan ko. Pero may nag-inquire na sa akin, hindi ko ma-explain kasi isa-isa kasi sabi nga nila wala pang client. Pwede ba sa kanila yon? So, hindi naman siya sa walang client, kaya lang, mas iba yung gagawin doon. So, ang plano ko doon, ito pakita ko na lang din nga. Para siyang MBA. Kailangan may matapos kang isang feasibility kasi gagawa ka ng projection mo, gagawa ka ng avatar mo. So, trial lang to guys, pero ay lagi naman tayong sa trial. So, yan na yung ginawa. So, inaaral ko na rin yung System IO. Yung iba dyan, nag-aaral na rin akong lead generation. Pero iba syempre nagpatulong na ako dyan. So, if you will notice, ayan, may module talaga siya from the start. May fill upan ka sa aking mga form. As in, business name mo, lahat yon kung anong gusto mo, tas projection, ano ba yung mga loopholes, yung mga pinagdaanang masasakit. Mas marami ako ituturo na masasakit na pinagdaanan kaysa maganda para hindi nyo napagdaanan. 'Di ba? Kasi ayoko mag-sugarcoat. Sabi ko nga doon sa last webinar, hindi ko pa promise ang langit at lupa sa agency building. But eventually, yan yung courses. Nilagay lang namin dati 20 yan, so minurahan lang namin para sa mga gusto. Yan yung mga frequently asked question eh, 'di ba? So yan. So let me know, pero again, hindi to pang mahihina ang loob. Pero tapos na yan, pagkakaroon lang ng access yung iba. So hanggang dito, kaya dito may pagdating sa last, para ka nang mayroong isang booklet. Kasi normally pag agency owner ka, hanapan ka ng company profile. Tapos wala kang mabigay. So doon, pagdating mo doon, may company, pagdatapos mo yon may company profile ka at the end of the session. Kasi yun din yung meron ako para pag send ka na lang ng send, tas cold emails. So, nakatry na rin ako mag-cold emails kanina. May nag-o-open ng mga agency owner na rin mga firm. So, namomonitor ko sino yung mga active email na ngayon. So, yan. Okay? That's all for tonight. Thank you so much. And see you sa free webinar, I think December 7. Meron na tayong isang speaker, I think more on local taxation naman. Thank you, Chris, and hope to
Thank
see you.
you.
Bye-bye. Sa Cebu ka ba?
Bye. Nasa Sikihor na.
Asik ko na. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.